My least favorite is this guy by the name of Chad West, and he's a homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that. He just happens to be gay, and he recently was in a picture with registered sex offender and Dallas real estate mogul Bill Hutchinson, and they are at the Versace mansion in Miami, Florida, in South Beach specifically. And they look like they're hobnobbing, like their hands are all over each other. That seems like a very intimate picture.
Yeah, a little tight hand in that pocket there.
That's what I'm saying. He's got his hand in there because he's playing pocket pool or something. I mean, something weird is going on. But
he's a little pecker pager.
I wouldn't put it past these guys. But so I went and I kind of brought this up at City Council. Let's play SOT number 1.
One of the council members on this dais was hanging out with registered sex offender Bill Hutchinson in Miami. He was on a trip with him, and this same person is doing an ethics investigation. So that's Chad West was with a registered sex offender.
No, we can't
Bill
do
Hutchinson.
that. We can't.
Thank you. Yeah. 9/11 truth. It was an inside job.
You know it's a tough go for this guy when he's stiff-lipped right away.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, you're not supposed to say the other council members' names in certain ones. They have weird rules they can just make up. But yeah, Chad West was with a registered sex offender, and our crack team, Jimmy and Brandon, great producers, guess what they did? They reached out to their office, and what did they say, Jimmy?
Let's bring up the statement. I have not been to Miami in 2025. I believe the photo post to Instagram in June 2025 must be quite old. I don't condone misdemeanor sexual battery. Bill needed to be held accountable by the law.
Why mention that it was misdemeanor sexual battery? Trying to lessen the sexual battery. I mean, as if it was felony sexual battery, he would not hang out with him. But if it's misdemeanor sexual battery, then, I guess we can go to Miami
That's what he called the dominatrix minor misdemeanor.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. He's with a misdemeanor, dude. These guys have children on the brain.
Please put your size 4 shoe on my ball sack, please.
And this Bill Hutchinson guy has quite the rap sheet. Not only is he on the sex registry list for the rest of his life, he has some crazy articles written about him. Can we go to full screen number 8? So, Jimmy, can you read this?
Dallas real estate developer and TV personality William Bill Hutchinson pleaded guilty this week to a misdemeanor sexual battery charge in Orange County, California, in connection to an assault of a minor in Laguna Beach in 2021. The Orange County District Attorney's Office has confirmed.
And so he's a man in his 60s sleeping with a girl that was in her teens. Under 18, allegedly?
17, I believe. And then I think there was another one with a 16-year-old. Don't quote me on that, but there was a lot of different. He has a long rap sheet.
What is this one? Dallas developer Bill Hutchinson pleads guilty to sexual battery in California. Damn.
Oh, little dirty old Bill here.
I know, he's dirty as hell. Look at him.
Look at that guy, eh?
Look at that long-ass hair, dude. That is dirty.
He probably gets him to play with his ears.
For sure. He gets him to play with something. I mean, dude.
Nibble on my ear and dangle off it like a ring, sweetheart.
And he is a elitist, not a billionaire, but multi-millionaire. So what else? What other pictures do we have? The mugshot.
It's kind of greasy whenever you're always
do you want to do
like
full screen 6 to 7?
Yeah, he is smiling, dude. You nailed it, Danny. Why is he? Wait, go back to that real quick. Why? And then that one. In both the mugshots, why does he have that soft smile?
Because he still got the minor on his upper lip.
Dude, he still has this bravado, like, oh, what I did is not bad. Because probably in his mind, he probably doesn't think what he did is a crime.
No. He was probably thinking, it's 16 in Europe.
What, Jimmy?
Oh, I was going to say, this is where this official sex offender registry, the victim's age was 16. This is what made him a lifetime member of the registered sex offender list.
And he's 65 years old?
Yes.
And she was 16.
This guy's trying to
49
youth.
Yeah, I know, 49-year difference. Damn, dude, that's nasty. That's like something you'd see on Pornhub or something. That's gross. Like that is.
Well, I don't know if we'd see it on Pornhub.
But I'm just saying, I hope not. But Pornhub did face a big class action suit for actually having child porn on it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So there's a lot of child porn on Pornhub, but. My point is, it's just a very bad situation, and I don't like it when Chad West, who is a sitting city councilman of the Dallas City Council, that's a lot of councils in that sentence, is hanging out with registered sex offenders. Do we have no class? Do we have no integrity? Do we have no character? I mean, character is doing the right thing when nobody is looking. This guy's taking pictures of them like, we're looking, and you're still not doing the right thing. So it's just egregious. You're hanging out with a guy that sexually assaults children, that is on a registry for the rest of his life, that denotes him as being a pedophile. So I don't like it when our politicians hang out with these people, and all day long we talk about the Epstein files. We want Epstein transparency. Well, guys, it's not just the Epstein. This is much more prevalent in your small town, in your city, where teachers and older people have access to children. So this is a very prevalent thing where powerful people are taking advantage of young women and boys. So it's very sad. What do you think about all this Epstein stuff, Danny?
I think it's like super gross and greasy, but it's like you ever like in high school or whatever, where your buddy was like grade 12 and then he's like dating a grade 9er, and you're
yeah,
like,
see, that was the gray area.
Yeah, you're like, no, dude, we can't be doing that.
No,
right?
you can't. But like they made laws protecting that or whatever. But that is the gray. See, like that's not.
That's a precursor. That's like a.
That is the precursor. But like an 18 with a 16-year-old, even though that is technically legal, that's not a pedophile. You know what I mean?
No.
But when you're 65 with a 16-year-old,
Yeah.
that is
But
a.
it's like
pedophile.
that's where you got to phase it out, right? So then you could be like, oh no, man, it's like we don't do that, And then he probably just kept going throughout his whole life.
Or I think it's like he had that gratification and he like couldn't re-get that gratification unless they got younger and more vulnerable and more.
Sometimes I find when these people have like lots of money and then they do these crazy things, they just have to go down the spiral of like the sicker and sicker things is the only things that can kind of get them off.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they get desensitized to whatever degeneracy they're currently doing, so they got to like amp it up, go younger. Like they talk about Jeffrey Epstein, and they would ask him like what was his favorite sexual conquest. And this is serious. And
I know, I'm sorry, I just had to laugh.
I know. It's
just
not,
the way you looked at me and
it's
said
not
sexual
funny.
conquest.
Yeah, well, I have that way.
Where are we going, buddy? That's what are we going back like the Huns?
No, we're going on the Lolita Express where Jeffrey Epstein said that his favorite sexual conquest was that Jean-Luc Brunel, who was a model scout based in Paris, France, found 3 11-year-old triplets and flew them on a plane, and he supposedly had sex on the plane and then dropped them back off in Paris.
That's pretty fucked up.
It's not very funny. I don't know why you're laughing. Why is that so funny?
Well, I was going to make like an open seas pirate water, no laws joke,
no
but I don't think
jokes,
that's
no.
appropriate right now.
No, and that's the thing is, actually, I didn't think what Jimmy Kimmel said was like that bad, but it's like when he said it. So I'm actually against the government intervening on speech. So even though Charlie, I have his back, I respect Charlie so much, I am worried that the government might use this terrible tragedy to create what they call hate speech laws. Oh, wow, Matt Adams gave a $50 super chat. Look at that. The pimp is looking thin and trim. Thank you. Matt Adams has been getting in a lot of danger lately. Have you seen that, Jimmy? All of his videos. He was just yelling at about 100 Antifa that looked like they wanted to really hurt him.
Yeah, I applaud his bravery because what was he wearing, like a pig suit or something?
Yeah, he's always wearing some damn suit. He's always got some outfit. I mean, he's just, let me see. I'll go to Matt's thing real quick. Let's just pull it up.
Well, while you're pulling that up, Alex, what's your final statement on Chad West's excuse that it was just an old photo that he posted years later for summer 2025?
That photo is not old. That photo is less
We
than...
call hogwash.
Yeah, that is bullshit. You are lying. And if you had any self-respect, you would message Bill Hutchinson and say, dude, take that picture down. But you don't, because you're probably friends with the guy and you're too embarrassed to do that because you guys are probably hanging out and doing Lord knows what. So you're a liar, Chad West. You're a homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But when you're gay like that, you probably think him being with children is probably not that big a deal. So my point is, Chad West, you're a scumbag. You've been exposed. The world will know this. Bill Hutchinson, you've been exposed. The world will know this. Stop touching children, and the world will be a better place.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself